Good evening, viewers. Here is Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Beginning with news from Antigua of an unusual winning. An Antiguan woman will be going to space, possibly with her daughter, after winning 2 seats aboard a Virgin Galactic's commercial spaceflight. Keisha Shahaf was announced the winner of Virgin Galactic and Sir Richard Branson's Maze fundraising sweepstakes on Wednesday and said she hopes to take her 17-year-old daughter, an astrophysics student, along for the trip that is worth almost $1 million US. Tickets are currently on sale for $450,000 US each. The health and energy coach said the opportunity was a dream come true. I entered the sweepstakes after I saw an ad, but who would have thought that I'd actually win? My daughter is studying STEM and wants to work at NASA, and I hope to share this experience with her because it would be an incredible dream come true for both of us and our entire family. I've always had a lifelong love of flying and a fascination with space, and this is truly a dream come true for me. It means the world to me. I hope to share this experience with my daughter so together we can inspire the next generation to follow their dreams, end of quote, the 44-year-old mother said. Let's now turn to the recent developments of the pandemic in the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. As deaths continue to rise in Trinidad and Tobago in this third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, Health Minister Terence D.L. Singh said on Tuesday, quote, "The issue is that we have been advising the country since August of this year that the Delta variant is coming and will lead to more deaths if we don't practice the 3 W's. Wash your hands, watch your distance, and wear your masks, and to also get vaccinated," end of quote. He was speaking at the COVID-19 virtual news conference in response to a question on the status of morgues in the country given the high level of deaths. There have been 313 COVID-19 deaths for the month of November. Meanwhile, the Association of Funeral Professionals of Trinidad and Tobago President Keith Belgrove on Tuesday pleaded with Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi to implement legislation guiding owning and operating a funeral home amid a sudden increase in fly-by-night funeral homes throughout the country, some operating out of private residences. Belgrove said, I quote, "Recently, 2 funeral homes opened in a residential house up in Maloney. You know what was their refrigeration? A freezer from Courts or somewhere. Now, what standards are these? So, Attorney General, we need your help. We've been talking for 2 years now, Attorney General, and we desperately need regulations," end of quote. And finally, in the state of Georgia. Travis McMichael, who shot Ahmaud Arbery, his father Gregory McMichael, and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan, who took part in the chase that resulted in the death of the jogger, were all convicted of multiple counts of murder, aggravated assault, and false imprisonment. A predominantly white jury in Brunswick, Georgia, deliberated for less than 12 hours over 2 days before delivering their verdicts. Travis McMichael, 35, Gregory McMichael, 65, a retired police officer, and Bryan, 52, face potential life in prison for the February 2020 shooting of the 25-year-old Arbery. A crowd of onlookers and supporters erupted with cheers outside the courthouse as the verdict was announced, chanting, I quote, "Say his name, Ahmaud Arbery," end of quote. President Joe Biden hailed the verdict but said hard work remains in combating racism in America. I quote, "Ahmaud Arbery's killing, witnessed by the world on video, is a devastating reminder of how far we have to go in the fight for racial justice in this country," end of quote, Biden said. There was only 1 black juror on the panel that heard the case, although about 25% of the 85,000 residents of the Glynn County are black. Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, said she, I quote, "never thought this day would come, but God is good," end of quote. That was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining.